Gary Lineker could make a shock return to work for the BBC as early as this week, after the Under Fire host struck a deal with corporation bosses. Tense discussions ended with the agreement, following a weekend of TV mayhem triggered by Lineker's Nazi accusation tweet. But any deal risks a potentially explosive new feud between the BBC and Tory MPs, should the star presenter neither apologise nor agree to abide by impartiality rules. Lineker is due to present the BBC's FA Cup coverage next Saturday, and until then, MPs and supporters of the 62-year-old broadcaster will want to know which party backed down. A TV source said, Gary will be back to host the BBC's FA Cup coverage. A deal has been struck. The BBC said talks were moving in the right direction and there were hopes of a resolution soon, but not all issues are fully resolved. Sources close to Lineker said he was increasingly confident of returning to TV screens, as talks inch forward. His ambiguous contract means that BBC executives are wary of sacking him or silencing him on social media, it is understood. Bosses also fear they would be forced to pay millions if they fired Lineker and are likely to lose any legal claim he could bring as a result. The row was triggered when Lineker criticised the government's small boats plan. The legislation will see migrants swiftly detained and removed to either their country of origin or a safe third state within 28 days. In a tweet, the former England player likened the policy to Hitler's Nazi Germany. Pundits, commentators and reporters refused to work over the weekend in protest at Lineker's treatment, opening a vacuum in the BBC's sports coverage, and the MOTD programme was broadcast without a presenter or commentators. BBC Director General Tim Davie came under massive pressure to find a solution. Lineker stayed tight-lipped as he walked his dog in Barnes, southwest London, having been taken off air on Friday. But licence fee payers seemed to give a thumbs up to Mr Davie's stance, as 500,000 more fans tuned into Saturday's MOTD than the 2.09 million the week before. Lineker's son George, 31, suggested his dad would not back down, as he tweeted, proud of the old man after a busy few days. Shouldn't need to apologize for being a good person and standing by his word. A YouGov Snap poll meanwhile revealed 53% of the public think the BBC was wrong to suspend Lineker, while 27% backed the move and 20% were not sure. England legend John Barnes accused the BBC of being inconsistent, pointing out, reporting on the World Cup was anything but impartial, but if you then criticise what goes on in this country, it seems they will then come up with the impartiality rule. Ex-BBC Sports Supremo Peter Salmon argued, he's got views, he's got passions, but it may be Gary's outgrown the job and the role in the BBC. Sometimes there's a point at which you cross the line. Wading into the fracas, Rishi Sunak urged the BBC to resolve their issue with their star in a timely fashion. The PM said, I think Gary Lineker was a great footballer and is a very talented presenter, but it is important we have perspective. 45,000 people illegally crossed the channel last year.